Oh, what's up, demons and demonettes? Tis I, Atraxi, Demon Koi here. And today I want to talk to you about Crystal Beetle on Waves of Intrigue. But before we get into it, as always, toss a like and subscribe down below. Alright, so Crystal Beetle is one of the new bosses in Dream Realm, right? He was the Primal Lure before. Now we get him in the Dream Realm, similar to Lone Gaze and Alpha Bear. However, he's kind of like been downgraded a little bit, so we don't have to worry about wiping at 40 seconds because of his reflect, which is nice. So he has all the same mechanics and everything as he did as a Primal Lord, so no changes there, so don't really need to cover his abilities because he's not brand new, say like an Orson. So let's kind of go in and see how we did and what I ran, and I'll talk about some areas where I think we could see some improvements and some things we could potentially change. We're just limited with runs right now, and we're on Pioneer, so it is what it is. I'll just put it like that. All right. So here's what I was running that gave me the best damage overall. So we had Mikola, Tailin, Coco, Rainer, and Odie. One of the things I didn't get to do is I didn't get to test with meta slots, so because I ran out of attempts, so I didn't get a chance to stick like Tailin and Odie in the 2 meta slots to have them with the plus 10 levels, to see how that could have done better. That probably could have pushed me up quite a bit in damage, because I've seen like those huge leaps on other fights, which would have been amplified here. So it's a little difficult to tell, but out of everything I ran, this was the best one. I think pretty much everybody else was running something similar. So let's talk about the formation, right? So we have Arcane, right? Now this is a little bit higher for me. I didn't get to run with this upgraded. I didn't get to run with this upgraded. I didn't get to run with her upgraded, but it is what it is. So we have Mikola, Tailin, Rainer, Odie, and Coco, right? So we're sticking Coco out here on the side. This way she can avoid the spike that comes up in the middle, right? Because he does the thing where he has wherever the concentration of heroes is he's going to do the spike, and he's going to knock everybody up and kind of interrupt them. The other thing to consider is potentially if we could have run, say, Smokey instead of Coco and put him in this spot so he could hit Tailin to kind of like keep Tailin alive longer so she could ult more. But the problem is he's still going to spike Tailin and she's still going to get interrupted. So Coco may have been better, right? Because she doesn't really get a chance to eat through her health, as you'll see on the fight. So this may actually just be the best unit. Again, we just probably need to do a little bit more testing on this one. But this should get you pretty far early on. So stay tuned for an update on this fight. But this is what I'm running right now for it, and which I'll probably be running on live, at least for my first few attempts, and then maybe I'll try some of the other configurations I didn't get to try. But without further ado, let's watch the fight. Alrighty, so here he comes down, right? So Coco's gonna be over here, doesn't get knocked up. Tailin does get knocked up in the air. There's no way to prevent it based on where she goes. So she's never going to get to ult continuously and eat through her health like she normally does, because she's going to get interrupted. So that's probably that may be why Coco just works better here. And one of the things I will say is, like, why don't we use, like, a Lenya or another hero, like a Corrin? It's because of his dodge, right? And we're in Preendless, so magic damage is pretty big, so your Odie's big. It kind of, like, circumvents the dodge with the magic damage. So that's why Tailin's big on this fight. That's why Odie's big on this fight. That's why we're not running Fiesta or Corrin. We're not running the same comp we ran on the Primal Lord version, just because it doesn't do as well here. So we're gonna stick with something magic based, right? So we tested Tailing, not as good. On this boss, Odie's coming back. He's still gonna be a factor in Dream Realm. So if you invested in him, you're good. Tailing obviously now becomes relevant on this boss, as well as she's still gonna be relevant on a Croaker. So if you have your Tailing built up, you're gonna be fine there. And that's it for this one. I will catch you next time. Bye.